Hi Vinyl Community, it's Mike here. And as it's the tag season, I thought I'd attempt another one. So I've already done the unofficial Vinyl Tag 2026, a tag that was very kindly put together by David Atkinson. And there's quite a few other tags out there at the moment with different themes. There's a CD vinyl tag I've seen, there's a singles vinyl tag, there's as usual soul and funk vinyl tag, there's a punk vinyl tag. But the one I'm going to do today comes from Jack. That's Jack at the Vinyl Voyage up in Scotland. And this is an album cover art tag. So there's a dozen questions here, plus one bonus that I'm not going to attempt, but I'll tell you what it is at the end. And here goes. So there's 12 questions, as I say. And the first one is show an album where the band or the artist are looking very cool on the cover. Well, I thought I'd go for the Corettes. I mentioned the Corettes in the vinyl tag, but I'll mention them again, and there they are. This is their latest album, The Soul of the Fabulous Corettes, and there they are, and I think they're looking particularly cool, and there they are on the back looking equally cool. You can't go wrong with a pair of dark glasses, can you really? So that's the first one. A band looking cool on the cover of their album. Right, question number 2. And it's show a controversial, weird or tripped out album cover. So I've gone for one that I think is very, very sort of tripped out. And it's Galileo 7. And There Is Only Now. Very sort of psyche album cover there, which befits the album, and that's on the Damaged Goods label, which is always value for money. So there you go. So that's a tripped out album cover by Galileo 7. Right, show your sexiest album cover. Well, yeah, I mean, what does that really mean? I suppose it means show an album that's got a picture of somebody you think looks really sexy on the cover, and so that's what I've done. So this is Dana Gillespie's album, Foolish Seasons, and there she is looking sultry with a horse on the front, and there she is on the back of the album, and there's another lovely picture of her by candlelight in the gatefold. So there you go, that's my sexiest album cover. Right. Show an album that you dislike and say why you dislike it. Well, I think this album is just album cover is just quite disturbing. This is the comeback album by sort of indie band Be Your Own Pet, and it's called Mommy, They're Americans, and there you go, and that's the cover. I just think that just looks disturbing to me, and the back of the album is even more disturbing. There's something about this that is just not right. So this is an album cover I don't like, and it's Be Your Own Pet. Right. Now, question number 5. Show an album cover that features a creature from the animal kingdom. So I've gone for this wonderful album. This is the long awaited second album from Vashti Bunyan. It's about 18 years after a debut, and it's called Look Aftering. And there you go, on the lovely illustration of a hare on the front of the album. This is a reissue from quite recently, and it's got a bonus album in here with sort of various outtakes and alternate versions. So there you go. So that's a hare on the copy of Vashti Bunyan's album Look Aftering. Right, now I don't know if you're able to see this properly, but it's the question is show an album that has a backstory, and what is that story? Well, I pondered an awful lot about this, and I was thinking, what the hell could I do? And then I remembered this, and it's Rick Wakeman's album. Rick Wakeman the Six Wives of Henry VIII, and the picture was taken at Madame Tussauds in London, the Waxwork Museum, and so there's Rick and there's Henry with his wives behind Rick, but there's an interloper here, and I don't know if you can see it, but right up here there's a little face, and this is Richard Nixon, and obviously Richard Nixon has no business being in an album cover that's about the Six Wives of Henry VIII, and there's not really any explanation of why he's there, other than where this was taken. That the waxwork of Richard Nixon, by then disgraced U.S. president, was just sort of in the background and nobody really noticed it. So there you go. So it's Rick Wakeman, Henry VIII with his six wives, and Richard Nixon. So that's an album cover that's got a backstory. I'll show you the gatefold, and that's Rick showing off his many keyboards, as he often does on his albums. So there you go. Right, now this one might take a little while. So show an album with an interesting cover, an interesting sleeve design, so whether it's die cut or whatever. And this one is interesting, but also sort of very, very annoying and very sort of impractical. And it's by the Dutch band Rats on Rafts, and this is their album from, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think. But anyway, I'll show you the album. So it was an album on the 7-inch single, and for reasons that will become apparent in a minute, the album, the LP and the single now reside sort of outside of the album cover. So there's the there's the 7-inch single, and there's the album. So the album's called Excerpts from Chapter 3, The Mind Runs a Net of Rabbit Paths, and it's got an obi strip, and then it's this design. So there's no opening around the edge, because on the back you got this sort of weird sort of design, and it is so impractical to get in and out that the album cover would just be destroyed if I had to sort of open it up every time I wanted to listen to the album. But I'll do it now just to show you what you got. So there's this bit in the middle where the 7-inch single came. So you kind of have to twist it a little bit to get this bit out. So you've got this 7-inch bit. So as I say, the single then sort of like fitted inside this bit here, and you've got and if you want to read any of the details about the album, you have to get this out as well. So that's where the 7-inch was, and then the album itself was sort of kind of tucked away inside here. I mean, it's quite innovative, I suppose. It's quite good fun, but it's as impractical as hell. So as I say, the albums don't go back in the cover anymore, because it would just be, well, it just couldn't be arsed really. So there you go. So that's an album that's got a sort of interesting cover to it. Right, and show an album where your primary reason for buying was the cover. Well, I do from time to time. I make blind buys at record fairs, and and I must say, if if the album cover looks good, then I think, yeah, I'll have a go. And I noticed this one at Leeds Record Fair, probably about 6 or 8 months ago now, and it's by a band called the Yalla Yallas, and the album's called Medusa, and I just quite like that cover. And you know, when I turned it over and had a look, I saw it was recorded in West Yorkshire, but I'm not really sure where the band was from. It was, you know, it just says recorded at Loom Studios, West Yorkshire, and in 2017. And it's on the Dead Punks record label, which is a Belgian record label. So I thought, yeah, it looks like this is going to be a punk album, and it is a punk album, and it's pretty good actually. And so, you know, this is an album where I like the album cover. It looks quite, you know, it's quite sort of mythical, isn't it? A bit sort of Midsummer Night's Dreamy, I think. And yeah, the Yellow Yellows and Medusa, and that's an album that I bought because I really like the album cover. Right. Question number 9. Show your most battered album. Well, I don't think this is quite my most battered album because I've bought a few in the past from charity shops and wherever where maybe the vinyl's okay, but the album cover is absolutely terrible. But this is one where there's actually a little story behind it. So I thought I'd show you. So this record, I kept it for years and years in pretty good condition, and now you can see it. I mean, it's got a bit of ring wear there, but it's all along the top there. It's all been horribly sort of damaged, and you know, the corners there have got a bit rounded, and yeah. So what happened with this is that I mean, a lot of years ago now, probably it would have been about 30 years ago now. So sometime in the 90s, we had a loft conversion done because we needed a bit of extra space. So it was either that or move. So we had a loft conversion done, and this album was with some other stuff in one of our bedrooms, and unfortunately during the work, that one of the builders put his foot through the ceiling, and a load of plaster came down, and it came down on this album. I mean, the album itself is fine, but it's just the cover, you know. It's I mean, particularly as you can see the back there, it's all battered and bruised, you know, as a result of that. So you know, there's no real harm done in the end. You know, they repaired the ceiling, and everything worked out fine in the end. But that's a battered album that's got a little story behind it. Right. Question number 10. Show your favourite inner gatefold. Well, I've got quite a few actually that I could show you. I was going to show you the album by Man that's got the pop-up sort of United Kingdom there, and Wales is being separated from the rest of the UK. And I decided not to show it because I've shown it before a couple of times fairly recently. So I've gone for this one instead, and it's Grave New World. It's a brilliant album by the Strawbs, and it's a triple gatefold here, even though it's only the one album, and you can see there it is, and I think that's a pretty good sort of inner gatefold for an album. So that's for the purposes of this video, my favourite inner gatefold. Right, nearly there. Question 11. Show your favourite album cover, and why is that? Well, I just think this album cover is absolutely beautiful, and it's this, and it's by a band, or rather, it's an artist called Anna Plash, and she calls herself Soap and Skin, and she's a singer, songwriter, keyboard player, and she produced some absolutely beautiful albums. She's from Austria, and yeah, this album is called From Gas to Solid, You Are My Friend, and you know, the album cover itself is textured, so it's what it is. It's a satellite image from space of somewhere or other on Earth, and I just think it looks beautiful, and the you know, all the bits of water are all sort of glossy, and then you've got sort of textured. The land is all textured, and I just think this is a beautiful looking album. And I mean, on the back you just got the details of the tracks, and then and then in the middle there's some more details of the music, and then a picture of Anaplash. And so that's it from Gas to Solid, You Are My Friend by Soap and Skin, which is probably my favourite album cover. And finally, if you had to live inside an album cover for the rest of your life, which album would it be? And this one really had me scratching my head, and I thought, well, what could it be? Could it be some sort of, magnificent sort of science fiction-y sort of landscape, Roger Dean-esque album cover? But no, I thought, what would I really, really, really like to do? And I would really like to live in 1977 forever. So I've gone for this, and this is a compilation album, some live tracks from the Roxy London WC2, January to April 1977. And if I lived inside this album, I'd get to see some great bands. You've got X-Ray Specs, you've got the Adverts, you've got Wire, you've got the Buzzcocks, Slaughter and the Dogs, and many more. And there you are, you can see what's going in. So I'd like to live, in the Roxy London WC2 between January and April 1977 forever. So that's my answer. So that's all. That's the 12 questions. But there was a 13th question, and I'm not going to attempt it because I'm no good at art. And Gav Axman Spins has done this, and he had a go at it, and he's done a really fine attempt at question 13. And question 13 is design an album cover for an album of your channel, of your VC channel. So if you want to have a go at that, then do so. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much to Jack for putting this vinyl tag out there. It's been a good one to do. And everyone else, have a lovely new year, and have a go at this one. Have a go at some of the other vinyl tags, because they're all good fun, aren't they? So until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye. Bye.